ICT June 21, paper 21, database. We continue from step 20. We have the database already built, tables imported, the relationships are created, and we already did in the previous session, we already did Q19, query 19, and the report. Okay, let us now go to step 20. Step 20 is asking you to create another tabular report. Okay. But you have to remember that whenever the exam asks to do a report, probably there will be a query before this report. You know why? Because you have 2 or 3 tables. Those tables have a lot of records, maybe like 800 or 900 records, that like 800 or 900 lines. There should be some search conditions. You should apply some search. The exam will ask you to apply some search conditions, and those 800, 900 lines, after applying proper search conditions, they will be reduced like to 20 or 30 records. Then they will print or 1 or 2 pages. All exams go like this. Okay, so we have everything ready. We have everything. Let us have a look. This is database tools, relationships. Relationships are there, but I make sure they are saved. This is the button save and closed to make sure there will be no conflict. Okay. Using fields from all tables, produce a tabular report. This will be, this will mean to me, this will translate to using field from all tables, produce a query at first. Okay, like we did last time. Okay, so again, these are the 3 tables. I highlight the first one. I'm gonna copy data from the 3 of them. I go to create, and this is query wizard, simple query wizard. Okay. The first table, that is athlete, I copy everything. And the second table, that is events, also I copy everything. And the third table, that is results, also I copy everything. So now I have copied all fields from the 3 tables. What is left? That Q19 is another query. I don't have to deal with it. Okay, now I have copied all fields from the 3 tables into a query. Next, detailed or summary query. Forever I leave it some detailed query. And next, what title? We made an arrangement last time. We made an agreement last time. We name the query after the question number. So this is question 20. I call it Q20. I call it Q20. Why? Because I have here another Q, another query that comes from Q19, question 19. So now it is more straightforward for me to tell which is which. Okay, finish. This is all the data from the 3 tables into a single query. And this could never be successful unless relationships are already created and saved. Okay, if they are not properly saved, you will not be able, you will get an error message and you got stuck. Okay, the question is, why am I creating a query? Because these are search conditions. I put them in criteria that filters data and reduce data. Okay, let's go through them step by step. Today, we will also know that this will be done using the query. This is the new thing that was not in Q19. Let us do position is more than 0 and less than 5. Okay. Okay. Where is position? You have a lot of data, but we can manage. This is the last one on the right. This is position. I would like to put a criterion where so position more than 0 and 5 or less. Okay. Okay. I am in the query, so I choose home and then design view and go far on the right. This is position. The question says more than 0. So this is greater than 0. Yeah, greater than 0. And this is the logical and. And what? And 5 or less. So smaller than or equal 5. Here greater than 0 because it says more than 0. Here 5 or less. So 5 is included. So it is smaller than or equal 5. So here and smaller than or equal 5. Tamam? Okay. Save it. Let us save and try it. I would like to test criterion by criterion. Save and run. And look at the results. Do the results look reasonable? So 5, 4, 3, and 1, no 0. Yes, they look reasonable. More than 0, so 0 is not included. Less 5 or less, so up to 5, including 5. I think results are in the correct values. Results show the correct values. Please check it every criterion because sometimes you mix greater than with smaller than. So if results are not reasonable, you notice that you are not doing it correctly. Okay, next, gender is female. Okay, simple. Gender is female. Where is gender? Yes, here is gender. Home, design view, and look for gender. Yes, here is gender. And type here female. When you click underneath, female gets speech quotation. Okay, save and run. And let us look at the result. You see in the gender column, all female. Yes, now I have achieved those 2 search conditions. Okay, let us go to the next step. This is something new that was not in Q19. This is something new. Let me say it. Contains a new field called total transition. What is a field? A field is a column. I would like to have here a new column. The field name or the title of that column will be total transition. So the field name has to be here, total transition. But the question is how to fill it with data. How to fill it with data, which is calculated at runtime. So Access will do some calculations to fill it with data. To add contents of T1 and T2, there should be an equation. To calculate the data, the equation is, or an expression, we call it here an expression. The expression is T1 plus T2 because it will calculate at runtime to add the contents of T1 and T2. Format this as time, HH, 2 letters for the hours, a colon, 2 letters for the minute, a colon, and 2 letters for the second. Okay, How can we insert an equation in the query? Let me show you, because this is something happening every exam. We do this in a query. That's why we built the query. We built the query for the search conditions and also for that calculated field. After we do that calculated field and save it and format it properly, we will proceed after this in the report like last time. Okay, let us see how we can build that expression. Okay, this is the query. Definitely, we will go home to home and design view. Okay, now scroll to the right and put the pointer in one of the empty columns or one of the empty fields. We would like to build an expression. The easiest way to build an expression here is that button. This button is called Builder. And when you click on it, you get a window called Expression Builder. Okay, it will help me. So put the pointer here and click on that button that is Expression Builder. Okay, you have to type in commands and it has to be precise. Let me tell you how to type the command. The field name is total underscore transition. Please copy it here. The field name is total underscore transition. Please type. Exactly, without a space, keeping upper and lower case letters with an underscore. Okay, after typing the field name, there is something you should do on your own. You should put a colon. This is on your keyboard, followed by an equal sign. I will tell you why. The field name should end with a colon. And the equal sign, because I will start now an expression. I will start now an equation. Equations, they always start with an equal sign. What is my equation? My equation is T1 plus T2. How can I build this? Let me tell you. Scroll down until you find T1. Okay, this is T1. Come to T1 and double click. So Access is writing the equation for you. So T1 and double click. Don't write it with your own, with the keyboard, because probably you're not gonna do it correctly. Because T1 is within some square brackets. Okay, this is the way it should go. And this is the plus sign, and go down to T2 and double click. Now the equation is now written. So total underscore transition, this is the field name. Colon and equal. Okay, you have to remember to do this. Nobody will tell you. If you don't do it correctly, you will face so many error messages. And if you cannot manage it, you will not getting out of it. And then a colon and equal T1 plus T2. Click OK. Here it is written. Save and try it out. Hopefully it will work properly. Just run. And let us have a look. As you can see, there is a new field created. The field name is called total, it's not totally visible. Double click it here to make it totally visible. Total underscore transition, exactly as I wrote. And where did that data come from? Probably from adding together the contents of T1 and T2. Okay, I would like to format it as HHMMSS. Okay, go again to design view and right click properties. I would like to format it. Please, like last time, take it as long time. So long time format, they have 2 digits for the hour and a colon, and 2 digits for the minutes and a colon, and 2 digits for the second. This is what I need, long time, like I did in the database while importing data. Okay, and save, and look at data again. I think now looks properly formatted, That is 2 digits or 2 letters for the hours and a colon, 2 digits for the minutes and a colon, and 2 digits for the second. Okay, okay. That was the new thing. That was the new thing that was not here in Q19. Here we built a query and had the search conditions. Here we built the query, has the search conditions, and also the runtime, calculated at runtime thing. Okay, now I can say I am done with the query. I am done with Q20. I am done with the query. My advice is save it. My advice is, again, after save, close it. I don't want objects to make conflict with each other. Save it and close it. And then select Q20. That's why I had the idea of making it the question number, Q20. Because this is Q19, it is very clear that this belongs to the previous question. This is Q20, belongs to my question right now. Okay, so highlight Q20 and create. Now it is time for report wizard. It is time for report wizard. But taking its data from Q20, if you take the data from Q19, you are mixing questions. Take the data from Q20, and this is report wizard. Now I am taking data from query Q20, but please do not double arrow. We have to pick up shows only the following fields. So we have to follow the instructions. And as you can see, the steps is going in line with my answering. So first name, okay. First name. You have to watch for the order because they always say in this order. So first name followed by last name. Okay, this is last name, double click. And then location and swim. This is location and then swim. I will not take this. This is swim between bracket M. Yeah, this is swim. This is swim. So location and swim. T1 bike. This is T1 and bike. T2 run. This is T2 and run. And then wetsuit or wetsuit. Yes, this is wetsuit. And total transition. Total transition. And finally position. And finally position. Okay, check it several times. Make sure you are working exactly as required. Okay, okay. And then next. Looks data is split up into parts. Now data is split. I don't want data to be split. First, you have to notice, and then you have to try to fix. If you click on that second table, no data splitting or grouping. Okay, you have to remove the splitting or grouping because it says do not group the data. Okay, and next. Do you want to add any grouping levels? No, I do not want to add any grouping levels. Okay, and next. Sort. What sort order? I will need a sort. Definitely, there will be some sort here, but my advice is never use this option. I know it. If you use it, one field will be moved to the far left. I don't want this because I spend all my attention to make them in order. Don't use, just don't use it. Next. Now, layout tabular. Definitely. Layout should be tabular. It has to be tabular. So, layout tabular. It has to be tabular. Yeah, please take it like this. Always the table is tabular. Always the report is tabular. But now in recent exams, they make it very clear. So tabular. Orientation. Let me look. It needs to be landscape. So this is landscape. What else? Fits on a single page wide. Keep this one. Adjust the field width so all fit on a single page. So actually, I only need to think if it is portrait or landscape, and everything else will be left. So actually, I just forever, I keep it tabular. I forever leave this tick. The only thing I'm thinking of, either portrait or landscape. The question wants it landscape. So please make it landscape. And then next. What title do you want for the report? Let us have a closer look at the question. Include only the text of female as a title. Okay, this is the title. This label will be something else. Okay, this is the title. Includes only the text of female triathletes as a title displayed in larger font at the top of the page. Just copy it here. Copy it here. Top female triathletes with proper spelling and formatting. And then click finish. And then click finish. Okay. Okay, now we have a report. However, it is not properly, how can I say? It is not properly arranged. All that hash signs, we have to fix it. Not all data is visible. And the exam says, data and labels displayed in full. Okay, now it is time to repair. Actually, it is going like the previous example. It is time to repair. Okay. We will try now to make column widths. We will try to save some space from here to make column widths wider here so that everything is displayed. Okay, how can we do this? We did this before. We are now in the print preview. In the print preview, we are ready to print. We are not. We are not ready to print yet. Okay, please close the print preview. Close it from here. And then please go to layout view. Layout view will help me. This is the design view. I will use it for other things. Maybe when I put in my name. Please go to the layout view. The layout view will help me. Please let us do as follows. I highlight the field name and then press Shift and highlight the date. Again, I click on the field name and then I hold down the Shift button on the keyboard and click on the date. So they are highlighted both together. Why? Because I would like to save some space from the left and also some space from the right. And then click on last name and hold down the Shift key on the keyboard and click on the date. And then bring it here closer and make it here smaller. Okay, again, location, Shift, location data. And move this to here and move this to here. Why am I doing this? I would like to make more space here. So swim, shift the data for swim. As you can see, things are becoming visible. Okay, so go on and arrange everything until everything is clear. Do this by hand so that you can practice. I'm running out of space. With difficulty. Okay, let me save some space from here. They are giving you a lot of data and not enough space. Just hardly. Okay, okay. And press on button save. Now, what is left? Let us remember that we did not do the sort. In the wizard, we didn't do the sort. The exam says sort the data into descending order of position. So we would like it descending of position. Okay, can you remember last time we did the sorting with that button? That button called add a sort. But that button is not always visible. Sometimes it is not. Let me tell you how to control it. Here, the menu design, and this button is sort and group. So you can click on it to show or hide these buttons. So make sure if you cannot find it, you have to show it from here. So, okay, I will add a sort and make it descending of position. Add a sort. Select position. But in order to make it descending, you have to make it largest to smallest. So as you see, the position now is in a descending order. All the 5s at the top, and then the 4s, and the 3s, and the 2s, and the 1s, and there are no zeros. Okay, so position now is in descending order. You only need to give the right command, and Access is doing the work for you. Okay, so we did this, we did that. Okay, what is left? These 2 new things, and then put our name and save and print. This is the only new thing. Let us study it, and then we can say we are almost done with Access. Calculates the number of database records shown in this report and places this at the end of the report formatted as integer. calculates the number of database records. What is database records? Every line of this, every line here is called a record or a database record. So actually, I would like to count records. I would like to give a command so that Access counts how many records are here. Okay, let us now count records. Put the pointer on any field, it doesn't matter, because counting records will be the same if you count it from here or you count it from there. Okay, put the pointer on that column with yes and no. I would like to count record. Let me tell you how. This button is called totals. Sometimes we need to do a sum. Sometimes we need to do an average. This time we need to count records. Pick up from here, count records. Yes, count records. And scroll down, scroll down. Yeah, they are 39 records. And they ask formatted as integer. Well, they are integer. 39 is an integer. Okay, so that's it. Calculate. The point is, please remember how everything is done, because questions, they repeat so often. We need to do several exercises until you just memorize how things are done. So calculate the number of database records shown in the report and places this at the end formatted as integer. That's it. What else? Has a label, number of competitors, number of competitors to the left of this value. So to the left of that 39, I would like to put a label. Remember, I would like to put a label. Let us now learn how to put a label and type in it number of competitors. Now I need to go to the design view. I am now in the layout view. See, this is the layout view. I need to put a label. Let us get familiar and learn how to do things in the design view, because I definitely will need it a lot. This is the design view of the report. Let me draw your attention to that. Equal count. This is the command that is counting records for me. I didn't write it. I just here used total and count records. Access wrote for me that command. Okay, can you please make this area a bit longer, and with an arrow move this, and also make it all visible, because maybe the exam will ask me to take a screenshot of that equal count. Equal count asterisk. So count everything. So actually counting records. This is counting records. Okay. Okay. To the left of this, I would like to put a label. Please look here. This button is for inserting a label. The one to the left is for inserting text box. Please never use a text box in Access, even though you'd like to write some text. Always use a label. Text box is reserved for some form of calculations. Well, actually, it is like this. So please remember, take that AA. This is label. Click on it, and then go here, and then draw a label, and type in it. Please type using your computer, your keyboard, number of competitors. We are almost done. We are almost done with the report. We did everything except this line. And this line is very critical. Why? It is about putting your details on the report before it is printed. If you fail to put your details, your candidate details, you will not be getting any marks. You will not even be getting the paper, the print out from the printer. This is very critical. Okay. And remember that we can only type in a label. We can only type in a label. Okay. Let us read this. Display only your name, center number, candidate number in the footer, so it appears in the same position on every page. Make sure no other data is displayed. We did this in the last exercise. Let us have a look at how it will be printed. This is save, and here print preview. Let us have a look. This is one page. Next, this is another page. So probably the report will be 1 or 2 pages long. I've never seen a report that is 3 pages long. Cambridge want to save printouts, because if you're in a lab, 20 students, everyone printing a report that is 10 pages long, well, it will not be easy. They always try to make the answer in 1 or 2 pages. So here we have 2 pages. What details do we have? At the bottom of the page, here I have the date on the left. On the bottom right, I have this page 2 of 2. Okay, I would like, actually, my preferred location to put my candidate details is in place of that date. Actually, there is a command equal now. I will make use of it. I will make use of this location. But here, it is also required to remove this, erase this. So it say only, no other data is displayed. Remember to remove that on the far right. In the last question, I did not remove. It's just say your name. Okay, it is very easy. It is very easy. We go back to the design view. And this is equal now. But please remember, equal now is written in a text box. Equal now is an equation, is a command. I cannot put my name in place. You can only put your name after you change this to a label. It is very easy. Just remember, here, right click, change to label. It is a text box. Change to label. After changing it to a label, equal now is gone. You can now put your name. EG0070001. Okay, this is your details instead of equal now after changing it to a label. But please remember, the examiner doesn't want anything else to show. So click on that text box. This is also a text box with some commands in it. And click on the button delete. It is gone. Save. Print preview. Perfectly done. Your name at the bottom of each page in the same position. Perfectly done. We did all this. See, it took an hour because of explaining. But when you train, you will work much faster. Save and print your report. Make sure you have entered your name, center number, candidate number on the report. Okay, let us print. I don't have a printer. Okay, I can print to PDF just to practice. Here, print. I just use Microsoft to PDF and okay. And I call it printout 3. Okay, I will call it printout 3 and save Okay, printed. Evidence. There is one evidence required. Place in your evidence document a screenshot. Remember that we have in the source files, we have the evidence file. This is the evidence file. Remember, we did in it word processing evidence, and we also did in it the database evidence up to the relationship. We are now here in evidence number 6. Yeah, here evidence number 6. A screenshot showing the database formula used to calculate the total number of competitors. Where is that formula? Remember that equal now thing. Equal now. That that equal count. That equal count. Close the prim preview and go to the design view. This is the design view. The examiner wants a screenshot of that equal count. This is the database formula to calculate the number of records. Okay, snipping tools, new, take a picture of this, put it here, AN, evidence 6. Okay, now I am done with database. 29 marks and the exam is out of 80. 29 marks, but it is worth all the effort. Actually, the database is the biggest question in paper 2, or maybe the most difficult. In paper 2, you have word processing, not very difficult, not difficult at all. You have database, you have to be very careful studying and practicing database. And then what else? We have mail merge and presentation, not difficult. Okay, but that's it with the database.